welcome back to another episode of You Reaching or Teaching, where we talk about hoops on the court and off the court, from our hometown to across the water. I'm your host, Derek, and I'm with my co-host, Aaron. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. If you listen to this on audio, make sure you rate the show and leave a review. But we're gonna get right to it. Aaron, how you been, my boy?
Oh, I'm good. We back. Let's get
We back.
rolling. I got plenty of stuff to say. I'm ready to talk shit about Bronny. I was saying, well, not to talk
Oh,
shit. I'm ready to say the truth about Bronny, but
the
people gonna say
truth.
it's talking shit.
It's always
Shout
hate.
out. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Everything is hate at this point.
Everything is hate. Everything is
Everything is
hate.
hate. But nah, we appreciate y'all for, sticking with us. We had some bumps in the road. Believe somebody tried to hack our page and stuff happened with that and suspended like all my accounts for 180 days, but we finally got it back um just recently. So thank y'all for following like all the backups and everything like that. But it's been a while. We do have a lot to talk about. I think y'all gonna enjoy the conversations that we gonna have on this episode. But I did want to start the conversation off with a segment that I seen, well, clips that I seen from the new show on Netflix, Starting Five, and that consists of Sabonis, Butler, Tatum, Braun, and Ant. But pretty much Jimmy Butler revealed that last season when he took that time off, when he had that leave of absence, kind of before All-Star break, that the family member that died was actually his dad. And I was just thinking, like, especially since you're in that field now, you're in your graduate program, looking to be a mental health counselor. I wanted to ask, just how would you properly handle like your mental health at that time to be able to grieve properly and just still be productive on the basketball court?
Well, the politically correct answer is there is no right way. But I think that we all can acknowledge that there are healthier ways to cope than not. So when it comes to dealing with grief specifically, I shout out Andrew Garfield. For those who don't know, he not an athlete, but he played Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man. He made a quote that I love. He said, "Grief is not the absence of love. Grief is the presence of love that is absent." And we all have lost someone we cared about. I don't know Jimmy and his dad's relationship, because I know Jimmy was adopted. Um, so that probably is a whole big thing in itself, your biological father who didn't really raise you like that, from what I know, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe he did sometime in his life, but a person who potentially did not raise you passes away. That's different for everybody. So I think him taking a leave of absence and anybody in that situation, whether you're a pro athlete, a coach, a doctor, a lawyer, a school teacher, a janitor, whatever, like do take that time to process whether realistically, whether if you had a good relationship with that person or not. Because grief is just hard. And I think that's really the biggest thing I can say without really like talking for the next 30 minutes about it. Um,
Of course.
it's grief is tough. Loss is tough. It's one of those complex emotions where we know people we care about are going to be gone one day. But it's the thing of when it happens, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, all the preparations, if your person is at that time in their life, or even when death is unexpected, like it's hard to deal with that. And grief isn't something you just deal with in a week. It's not something you deal with in a month. It could be something you carry forever,
Yeah.
but it's how you go about it is what makes it a little bit lighter. So I say it's tough, and I'm kind of glad Jimmy took that time for himself. I don't know what he did with that time, but I hope that he did do something of fulfillment that was in a positive light. Um, and that's really all I got to say.
No, no, that's a good answer. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your perspective on it because, you know, when you talk about some other basketball players such as Kyrie,
Hmm.
he had that, he took a mental break for himself. Well, Ben Simmons, we get on Ben Simmons for taking a mental health break, you know. Who else? Andrew Wiggins,
Hmm.
especially, what happened with his
I still
situation,
hope that that's fate. I really do.
like, yeah, so I just wanted to that's why it's like just different levels of
Hmm.
it, of course, and I'm not gonna continue on this, but I just wanted to hear your perspective on it because we've well, not we as me and you, but just people have joked or
Yeah.
not took seriously someone taking a mental health break, whether whatever that they was dealing with. And I
Hmm.
just imagine that Butler losing his dad was crazy. And me personally, I don't think my mental health is at that point where I could probably continue that season. You know,
Oh, I understand.
you know
It's
what I'm saying?
everybody's different. It's like,
Well, let me
it's
say,
mhm.
continue the season at a high level.
There you go. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's just tough. And as death is always unexpected, it was unexpected. But mm, I can't do anything but hope that time was good for his mental health, aside from the death, like being surrounded with people you care about, people you love, all those type of things. So it's tough for everybody, whoever it is. And Andrew Wiggins, if you listening, I really hope that it ain't true what they were saying. I hope that you just had some other stuff going on and you needed a break. And I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave
Hope
it
he ain't
there.
just see me smile while Aaron was saying all that shit because it's low key still funny. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hope it ain't true either.
I
But
just hope it's not true because that's diabolical.
oh, that's crazy. But on a lighter note, you know what I'm saying? Uh, let's go ahead and get into some WNBA talk, some women's basketball. So we got
Yeah.
the finals going on right now. You got the Minnesota Lynx versus the New York Liberty. Series is currently tied 1-1 at the moment. So we're recording this October 16th. So they'll be playing tomorrow. Game. Well, no. Is it tomorrow? Let me check right
It
quick.
may be tomorrow.
Yeah, so either tonight or tomorrow, game three. So I wanted to ask, who are you rooting for, or who do you have just winning the series?
Not rooting for anybody particularly. I would say that I want the Lynx to win just because I think that it would be great for the league moving forward. I think it'll also
That's interesting.
what I mean by that is for the last few years the WNBA has been kind of in that Golden State Cleveland time frame where it's like okay, it's kind of obvious who will win or has the best shot to win. So, it was either Liberty or it was the Aces. That's how I view it. It was that 2015, 2017 time, 2018 time for for them during this time. So seeing that the Lynx are here, because I didn't think the Lynx were going to get this far. I thought that they were going to lose in the first round, in all honesty. So I think that this will be good because this would show that okay, just because Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and I don't know, Jesus are all on the other team. Like it's just because the other team has all these stars doesn't mean that they're not capable of being beaten. So I think that that's going to be good morale for everybody coming in. And I really do just think the Lynx just wanted more at the end of the day. I believe the Liberty wanted too, but I think the Lynx wanted more. So I'm hoping they win. I think they get a good shot. But I think that this is going to, like I said, the next few seasons is shoot, now anyone can be in the WNBA finals. So like we are with the NBA right now. Like, this upcoming season, the Celtics could not be in it again and keep their title. The Nuggets can go back. The Mavericks may go back. The Rockets could go, something like that. It just feels like the start of, okay, the next few years, it isn't going to be we know who can or who's going to win, which I like.
Mm, I got you. See, I agree. I agree that I do think the Lynx wanted more
Mhm.
than Liberty, but I gotta my thought of it is like the total opposite.
Okay.
Like I think it would be better if Liberty win.
Okay.
Like especially like just the legacy of Breonna Stewart. Like I'm a big fan. Like ever since UConn, like
Yeah,
she a true baller.
she is.
And then Kobe pitting me on Sabrina,
Hmm.
and then following her from there. And even though like the Liberty has been contenders over the years, they've never won a championship.
Hmm.
So this would be their first championship,
Hmm.
in history. So I don't know. I just think it make for a better. And the Lynx got four, so I just
Yeah.
think make for like a better storyline moving forward, especially like with Caitlin Clark in the lead now, and you got somebody that has her pretty much the same skill set and Sabrina that don't get the same hype, you know, like Caitlin. But
Kaylin's a better passer, but Sabrina's an underrated
yeah,
passer. I'll say that.
passer, yes. Well, I think they like the same type of playmaker though, you know. But I give you the passing part. But yeah, I just think it make for a better storyline moving forward with that. And then Breonna Stewart, just her being a winner at every level.
Mm.
So that I think that would be good.
Yeah,
Um,
I definitely can see that. It's going to be a good competition. Because you do got, the Lynx ain't won it since Maya Moore was there.
I think
So
the last one is 17, I think.
yeah, 17. So they haven't won it in over 7 years. And they arguably could have had five by now, maybe six if, Maya didn't, retire. But it's like, okay, the past few years, it's been the Aces, the Suns, now the Lynx. We like that. Don't forget, we've been like that, and this is our chance. But same the Liberty, it's like, nah, this is our chance too. So either way, realistically, either way, I think it's gonna be good for the league. Even though I have my preference, I'm not gonna argue the other side against the other side.
Not facts. And another thing that you said, that I thought the opposite was, I thought the Lynx had a good chance of making it to the finals. I
Hmm.
think my favorite was the Sun though, Connecticut,
Hmm.
because I thought, their defense was crazy. Shout out to Carrington. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we family, but we good.
But still,
Yeah, shout out to you. Um, but yeah, I thought from the beginning that because Collier just started playing out of this world, like
yeah.
especially after they came back from the Olympics.
Hmm.
Of course, Asia Wilson unanimous, but Khaled, Collier turned up that second
Hmm.
half of the season, so and they started playing good. So I thought they always had a good chance
That second half of the season was good for a lot of
for a
people.
lot of people. I thought it was good for them. I
Hmm.
said I think people need a rest, you know, and then
Hmm.
having well outside the aces, pretty much everybody came back good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got I'm going with Liberty. I think they're winning.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I got them winning the next two, honestly.
Okay.
Because honestly, they should have won the first game.
Yeah, I agree
They
with
should
that.
have won the first game. They came back. The Lynx came back.
It should still be 1-1
18.
right now, but how they won should have been flipped.
Yeah, but no.
That's how I see it. My bad.
I don't know. I think it should be 2-0, man.
You think it should be 2-0? I think it should still be 1-1.
I think they let that the way they played game two and not letting the Lynx make those runs like they did in game one.
Mm,
They did that well in game two. Like they were still going on each other's runs, but I think it was like the fourth quarter where they, contained that, and that's how they got to that 4 point lead because it was like 2 points, 2 or 4 point lead
mm,
with like 3, 4 minutes left, something
yeah,
like that. So
it
I
was
was
it
like,
was close. It was winnable for
yeah,
either side that game.
yeah. But just cutting down those runs, like, of course, that's the game. That's how the game goes. But you just got to turn your defense up. And I just think that big three is like Jones.
Mm,
Oh, Jones. I'm glad she got the second team. Oh, that's another thing too. Like the first and second team came out right before we started recording.
yeah, it's interesting they don't have a third team.
I guess not enough. No, well, no
No,
disrespect.
there.
No disrespect.
I personally think there is enough to have a third
Um,
team because it could have been Brink, Reese.
but looking,
Um,
but looking at how they do it, unless, and I might be just uninformed.
Jeez.
They might have been doing this before the NBA started, but they have like a no like a positionless team too. Because it's
Hmm.
four bigs on that first team.
Yep.
Clark is the only guard on the first team. So it doesn't go like by positions. So
Hmm.
if you doing, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just a big, no disrespect again. I think it's just a big drop off from that second team to that third team.
Hmm.
So I mean, who would you put on the third?
Well, let me pull back up
Maybe
the first
like
team.
maybe like Carrington. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and
Carrington would have been on the third team.
put Booker,
Carrington, Booker, Reese, um,
um
shoot.
the point guard on
But which team?
on the sky.
Yeah, her too. Mm.
I forgot her name. Sorry, I forgot her name. She turned up though.
Uh,
Who would be
that
that
last
fifth?
spot is tough. That last spot is tough.
Yeah, I can't think. You say Kelsey? No.
Kelsey could be in consideration, but I'd still say no.
See, yeah, that fifth one is tough.
Yeah, that fifth one is
But
tough.
I can agree to that other four though.
Okay.
I can agree to that other four. That's a good team. Third team. Yeah, I can
But
agree.
they should have a third team. I said they should have a third team.
I think they will next season because next season, oh yeah, those changes to their so the first round now
It's
instead
seven.
of so that first round is instead of 2-1 format is 1-1-1 format. So
Mm.
top seed play the first and the third games necessary. Then yeah, like the finals is best of seven.
Oh, okay, okay.
The finals is best of seven next season instead of best of five. I thought it should have been like that. I don't think and they moving the regular season games to 44 instead of 40
Mm.
next season too. So that's
Mm.
coming. Um, you got the expansion team, the Golden State expansion team for
I
next
thought
season.
next season, I thought that went to 2026.
So that's next season. They have their draft December 6th. And
Mm.
um I'm not sure how you know how that draft works, but pretty much they got a pool of players designated by each of the other 12 teams that they'll be able to pick from or whatever. Um,
Interesting.
so yeah, so uh, I think I'll check it out. But yeah, they will start next season. And then in 26, Toronto and Portland will begin their seasons.
Shoot, instead of Portland, they should have brought back Charlotte, but all right.
Where I've been saying they should have just went back to Houston. Like
That's
that's
cool too.
like you gotta like that's your history. Like that's where the NBA like that's like where your first four championships are at. So it's like
I agree.
you
I
gotta
agree.
bring with swoops and um damn it's blowing my mind. Tina, yeah, all of them. You got a Cooper. That's what I was thinking of.
Mm.
Cooper,
I
Cynthia.
don't know why I was thinking LaDon or Del LaDon. I don't know why, but
You talking about Don Staley?
yeah, Dawn Staley. I was like, no, she played at Charlotte. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, Houston would be a good place to come back to. Like, I don't know, but shout out to them though.
yeah.
Shout out to the WNBA. I think the finals has been good thus far. Oh yeah, at that this is even though it's kind of like the play-in for the NBA, but they have the Commissioner's Cup
Hmm.
for the WNBA, and this is the rematch. The Lynx
Mm,
the Lynx won the Commissioner's Cup against Liberty earlier in the season. So
mm, more weight to it.
yeah. So it's pretty good. Let's see. So moving forward, um, staying with women's basketball right quick. Juju Watkins signed a multi-year extension with Nike, making it one of the richest shoe endorsements in women's basketball.
Nice.
I think I think with Juju, I think with Paige too, like, Caitlyn started it, but they gonna open some doors too. Like
Hmm.
I think like just their influence moving forward, I think it's gonna be big, big for the game.
My only concern with Paige though is injuries
Hmm.
because it's like she either gonna come in here and make a big impact too, or she gonna be T-Mac, where it's like you like I'm so serious. I don't want to wish that on her at
Yeah.
all. But it just seems like she's already been injured almost every season she's been at Connecticut. And like I don't think she has been injured every season,
Yeah.
but she's been injured a lot. And I just don't want her to go into the WNBA and that worsens and halts her career.
Yeah, because as we can see, it get physical.
Yeah.
As we can see. So yeah, I wouldn't want that for her either. So but I but her healthy though, she's
Oh
a
yeah. Her health, like she's already gonna be the number one pick next year,
yeah, she's definitely going.
realistically.
And I was, and that's another thing too. And we'll probably touch on it later, as you mentioned before we started. You want to get something off your chest about a certain somebody's son. But we'll, we'll, we'll talk about that another time. But I,
Bet.
I was saying, Paige is definitely going. Well, I guess do they automatically get the first pick next season, the Golden State, or how?
That's a great question that I do not know the answer
Dang,
to.
I wish I knew that answer because
Because if that
hey,
was true, I mean, look,
like,
I'm sorry. That's
look,
great for them. That's already money in the seat. That's money. That's people in the seats. That's marketing. So you ain't had to draft,
exactly.
just someone who was good, but we don't know. No, you draft someone who's been in the basketball world for a good couple years now.
And now you're in the same market as Steph Curry.
Hmm.
Come on now, like
Yeah.
that's the way to go.
Hmm.
That's the way to go. So that was what my mindset was going. I was like, y'all start next season, and Paige is coming out next season. Man, yeah, that'd be dope.
I think
I
it'll be
just
good.
yeah, and depending on the players that they pick from each team, it could be, I don't know, the playoffs can be good. I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. It definitely will make things more interesting.
yeah, I'll just keep it at that. But you still got to put other teams like Dallas and
Yeah.
Chicago that had horrible seasons, but you expect them to get better too.
That's very true.
Yeah, it'll get interesting. It'll get interesting. So moving forward to some NBA talk. Well, yeah, NBA talk. Um, Shout out to everyone that entered the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
Some notable names is like Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups, Michael Cooper, legend, Lakers
Yep.
legend. Um, I think Jerry West got in there for a
Yeah, he did.
contributor.
He did.
Um, who else? Who else? Doug Collins.
Mm.
Then the announcer analyst. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Danny Green announced his retirement. He won 3 rings, one with Spurs, Raptors, and Lakers.
Yep. And
Um,
who was it? Aaron Baines just announced his retirement too. He won with the Spurs too.
Oh, true. He did.
Hmm.
He did. So shout out to y'all and y'all career. Um, the Wayne Wade statue will be revealed in Miami October 27th. So shout out to
Hmm.
D Wade. Definitely about that. It's definitely been time for you to get your statue. So
I agree.
congratulations.
The rumor going around is that it was supposed to happen earlier, but COVID messed it up. I don't know if that's true or
I
not,
heard
but it
that
would
too.
make sense.
I heard that rumor too. So that makes a lot of sense. So I get it.
Hmm.
But you got one. So congratulations to you. Great career. I got Wade top three shooting guards all time.
Hmm. I agree.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing everyone agrees with, like Jordan, Kobe. Maybe you got people that fuss with that. I still fuss with that because I want to pick Kobe right there. But
Hmm.
Jordan, Kobe, Wade, and then AI.
I know
Some people may say James Harden right
about
there.
to say I know some people who say Harden over AI.
I,
You
I
know,
don't know. I just can't do it. I can't do it. We seen what AI did.
yeah.
Like Harden, even though I think I'm more amazed at Harden's run because
Hmm.
I comprehended basketball better witnessing that rather than AI in '01 and that time period, even though it was amazing to see,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I wasn't still as knowledgeable of the game, but I still think 2000s had a better defense than what we
Yeah.
have now. So
Yeah.
averaging over 30 for some seasons at
Hmm.
that time and actually leading his team to the finals.
Hmm.
That's why I give him a nod.
I think that that's fair.
Yeah. But
That's
I don't
fair.
think I give James Harden. I think James Harden, that's even still tough to say. Nah, let me not. I'm gonna throw it in there for this debate and y'all
Yeah.
out there
But I
can
said we because
debate
we
it.
still got Jerry West,
I think
we still got Ray Allen, people like that.
I was about to say I think James, even though I don't rank him higher, I think James Harden might be a better scorer.
Then AI,
Yeah,
that's a
I
debate for another day because I gotta
yeah,
really think about
yeah. I'm
that.
about to say I just throw that out there in the atmosphere. I just throw that out in the atmosphere for y'all to think about it because that's hard. That's tough.
It is.
But we'll move on from that because I'll think too much on that. I swear. Um, Shout out to Jalen Brown. Got his own brand,
Mhm.
came out of his own signature shoe.
Finals
Called it
MVP.
741. That's the name
Congratulations.
of the brand. So shout out to Jalen Brown, Finals MVP, of course, Eastern Conference MVP. So and I'll keep it at that because we're gonna get into all the talks later on
Hmm.
in the show. Um, and then I think the last thing just you had sent it to me. The NBA is targeting for the 27-28 season for when expansion teams may start playing.
Hmm.
Some ideas are Seattle, Las Vegas. They was looking at Mexico and maybe
Hmm.
even I think I seen China maybe
Really?
somewhere. It might or it was either I'm not sure if it was expansion teams, but they said they was gonna have games
Mm.
like over there or something like that. I would have to look it up. So I don't want to go too much in that without saying. But me, I don't really care for it. Um,
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle because it's like I see the good of what it could do. Because some players who deserve to still play in the league now have another chance. There's now more spaces for other players to get drafted, other places where people go, especially if you're reviving an old franchise like the Supersonics, which would gain a new following in the NBA as well as an old following in the NBA. Or even if you expand to places like Mexico, you're now bringing in a whole new demographic or whole new population, as well as people who are kind of familiar with the game into it. So it's like from a business standpoint, I see the need of it because as a business, you have to expand. But in but the hard thing of it is it's like, so what do we do with the expansion? Because if we put a team, let's say we bring back two teams, we bring back the Supersonics and we start a new team in Mexico. What conference are they in? Because
I mean, you could put
where
them anywhere because you got New Orleans that's on the east, more on the east,
hmm
in the west, and then you got Memphis that's more on the east, that's in the west.
And that's
So
where it's like that fills that gap up. Because to me, that makes sense. Okay, if those are the two teams, okay, Mexico and Portland, I'm not Portland, Mexico and Seattle are in the West, and we just move New Orleans and Memphis to the Eastern Conference. That's nothing crazy. We don't gotta do no paperwork. Well, maybe, but it's like, okay, we
yeah,
don't really gotta do nothing drastic. We don't have to move the team, none of that. It's just, all right, you're here now instead of here for you two and y'all two, y'all here. Welcome. All right, tip off, let's go. Shake
yeah,
hands, best man win. But it's also one of those things too where it's like, is it necessary? Maybe not, because you're already in a good place financially. And of course, with expansion does come more money. But it's like, if we're not going to utilize that money to enhance the sport, then that just leaves questions where my brain just asks questions because it's like, well, one star, I don't like Adam Silver as a commissioner, but it's like, Adam Silver, what's your plan for the next 20 years if we expand this? What's gonna happen? Are we still keeping that in-season tournament? We still keeping the play-in tournament? If we're gonna do that now, because now we're adding more teams, now that's more travel time, which means that's more back-to-backs, which means now players will probably do what Embiid is doing. Yeah, I ain't playing no back-to-backs, or do what Kawhi is doing. Like, yeah, I'll play more towards the half of the second season. And then that's going to be a whole thing. And then now, you got to get those flights in order, got to get training in order, got to get those facilities built, those courts built, that schedule has to get redone. It's a lot of work that's going to go into it if we do expand it. But the question is, if we expand it, what are we changing? What are we keeping? What are we building? And what are we destroying?
right. See, and to that point, like, well, first, I wasn't a big fan of it just because, like, what I was telling you is just like, as of right now, it's just looking like kind of what, um, who was saying it? Somebody was talking about the expansion teams back in '79. And maybe it was on Gil's Arena. I don't want to give them credit too fast, but somebody was talking about the expansion teams at that time, and it was just like it was kind of watering down the
Hmm.
NBA at the time. Just pretty they was calling it just pretty much anybody can get drafted to play in the NBA. I think they said Bruce Jenner was even or Kalen Jenner was
Yeah, at the time, Bruce.
yeah, at the time Bruce was drafted. So I'm kind of looking at it at that from that mindset, but at the same time, I know it'll get better. That's why I also said like, we'll see with time and everything like that. Because I feel like some players don't even need to be on the roster now, and then you got
Yeah.
other players that's either in the G League or just out the league completely that could be on the roster and help someone. Maybe
Hmm.
not a starting spot, but you think they can contribute off the bench, like
Like, I think Dwight Howard can contribute off the bench. Someone like Quinn
Cousins can still come and get
Cousins,
a
Quinn
bucket.
Cook.
A lot of people need bigs. Come on now. And then what's the guy name? Is he like the leading scorer over there in Europe now? Mike James.
Yeah, Mike James.
He
He
can't
was
come off
with
the
Brooklyn for
bench.
like a week.
Yeah, like, like that's wild. Like, you think people like him can, come over here and contribute? Like, that's what I was thinking. But when you look at it, what the NBA is doing, and it is a big corporation, you always
Mhm.
got to look at it from the business lens.
Yeah.
But you saying that, of course, because I think a Las Vegas team gonna be stupid.
I
Like
don't think they need a Vegas team, but it's
they
like
don't, but
they're gonna want to capitalize on it.
that market is stupid. and you
Yeah.
and you just got the Raiders that just moved there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got Brady as a minority owner over
Owner.
there now. So, come on.
It's and that's why, because it's like now with the other questions too, who's gonna own these teams? Who's gonna be a majority share owner?
But
Like,
he's already, I'm about to say the owner that's already for the Aces
hmm
and the Raiders, and he gonna own all of that.
exactly.
He gonna own all that.
Because you got other athletes and other non-athletes who gonna want a piece of that. You don't think like the Mark Cubans of the world ain't gonna want a team? Like if I have a team, if I'm a businessman, I'm probably gonna take a risk on that team in Mexico or Seattle because land is cheap in Mexico. And if I got the bread for it, you damn right I'm buying all of that. I'm collaborating with the government, making sure my stuff is safe. I hate to say it, but you
Facts.
may gotta do some under the table shit with the cartel too. But
Facts.
it's
That's
like
you in Mexico.
I'm gonna say you kind of gonna have to.
Like you ain't about to come a billionaire about to come in Mexico and think they about to just run everything
hmm
smoothly. Man, it's
Yeah,
not gonna happen, man.
and I think that's a risk the NBA gotta be real about if we just being completely honest. But it's also like, okay, we're expanding teams. Like I said before, are we getting rid of the in-season tournament and the play-in tournament? Because we already play 82 games. What's now? Or the regular season now, what, 88, 90? So now we gotta either take those in-season and postseason tournaments out, or we gotta cut the season out, which a lot of people now kind of want to happen. They said 65 games. So and then
Yeah.
what's going to happen with that? Because now the owner's got to get in on that. And if owner over here who make more than owner over there say, nah, keep 82 games, but take out those in-season, postseason tournaments. But the other owner who makes less is like, nah, keep them in, but make the season 65 games. Now we button heads. Now we got money at play. And it's gonna be a lot. So
Yeah.
and I don't think Adam Silver gonna be the person to be like, all right, everybody shut the hell up. This is what we're doing. You either like it or you don't. He's not that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in regards to what they will do for the amount of games, they the money that they see from the in season tournament, I'm not sure the numbers, but I'm pretty sure they saw a good profit from it. And they see that, and because there was only one extra game for the championship game. So
hmm
they'll try to keep that in there somewhere. I think it'll just affect the the amount of matchups that we'll see between like star players,
hmm
rather than who like a rivalry on each side, player wise. Maybe Embiid and
Like
Jokic,
Embiid and Jokic.
Embiid and Jokic, right? Whether we see them play four times like every year because they on in different conferences. Now
hmm
we're gonna only see them like two times play against each other two times in the season because you had to deviate that game towards that other
Yep.
team. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll affect stuff like that if they don't want to, change the amount of games that in the season, but you don't want to make it longer because you got people like you were saying, like you got people struggling to play the full season now, so
hmm
you don't want to make the season longer. So I don't know.
Yeah. Because what is it let's be real. The players aren't gonna have a voice in that situation unless you LeBron. Like they're not gonna care about what Andrew Wiggins think about the expansion. They're not gonna care about what Draymond think about the expansion. Is like the players who have to play ain't gonna really get a say either. So now we could have another lockout. Like realistically, like I hope I'm not sounding like an extremist or anything, but it's like let's think about it. The players have the right to do that. So if ain't nobody rocking with this expansion idea, and they say, yeah, 2027, 2028 season, we're sitting out. What we gonna do then?
Right.
Just get the ball out the street. Hey, you want to play for $200 a night? Bet. Like
Okay.
Fuck it, sure. Can my boys
Got
come through?
here.
Sure, they get paid too. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's just a lot that needs to be discussed, which I'm sure has been discussed because they've been talking about expansion for years now.
yeah.
It's just you don't do something that drastic overnight.
No, facts.
Like we you can't get that meeting done in an hour. Like you gotta talk to everybody. You gotta see what everybody say. You know, from the contractors to the lawyers to the team owners. Shoot, probably their lawyers. Like
No, facts.
talk to potential business partners. Hey, so and so, you want to buy stock in this team? Hey, so and so, would you buy in this team? Because you can't just build a stadium and don't nobody own it or fund it.
No, facts. But you know, another way I was looking at it or thinking about is because right now we when you sent the Fox
Hmm.
post, just what if he makes an all NBA team, what his contract can be.
Hmm.
Like right now, like we just seen Steph sign an extension. That joke crazy. $60 million a year?
Hmm.
Bro, we about to see players like Luca, Wimby
Hmm.
make crazy money.
Yep.
Like, and I was thinking, is the expansion also a way to like slow that down a little bit? Because now the pot,
Hmm.
like the you know the profit
Yep.
at the end of the year, now it has to be divided between another
Yeah.
team.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I think that's another reason why they bring in expansion teams so these
Hmm.
contracts won't get too crazy
No.
in a short amount of time. 'Cause we about to see some contracts like
Yo,
that.
for real.
Even in football, we like how Dak get this contract? Like
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. You gotta talk about the market. Like, but
Yep.
some of these people know this. I ain't no cap. Like, shout out to what you do for your team. You're that valuable for your team. But in all of the NBA, bro, you're not even top 10. How are
Like
y'all getting these contracts?
like Jordan Poole, how he get his contracts? He's like, come on, let's be because it's like what you said. Like, let's say this expansion don't happen. Luca and Wimby, well, Wimby probably gonna get like a 5 year, $850 million contract with 800 of it guaranteed. You know, the league, everyone happy, but the league at top, like, damn, that's a lot of our money gone. Like, so now with these expansions, if they do happen, instead of it being 5 years for 850 mil, woo, 5 years for 450 mil or 400 mil. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Okay, well, cool. We can do that because that's almost $1 million.
Billion.
$1 billion. Yeah, my fault. That's almost $1 billion. Mm-mm. Oh, they might got to start holding people again with contracts. Like, yeah, we're gonna get you this 8 year contract for $10 million.
Them baseball contracts.
Yeah.
They be signing 10-year extensions. Nigga, you been on
Hmm.
this team already for 4 years when you a 10-year?
Yeah. 10 year
And
contract,
they said you're gonna be
25
good.
million, all of it guaranteed.
They said we here for loyalty.
Hmm.
They said ain't no other way around it. This death
No.
row, nigga. Welcome.
Uh,
Yeah, you got to, but like them baseball contracts like that though. But
hmm.
that's the money we seeing. That's the money we starting to see with these basketball athletes. So it's like,
Said, like, look, Mark Cuban said it best on Club Shay Shay. He said there's gonna be $1 billion contract coming. Like, and I trust him with money. I really
yeah,
do. Like, Mark Cuban didn't become rich because he evil. He came rich because
facts,
he's smart.
big facts. Like you think Tyreek Hill down in Miami going crazy with a football check? Imagine what.
Give
Imagine,
a young star a big ass contract in Miami for basketball.
and I'm not pitting this on this individual, but I'm just talking because of his potential.
Mm,
Imagine Wimby going to a big market.
hmm.
He's only 19, 20.
Yeah,
Wimby eventually is going to be the highest paid player in NBA history one day.
I agree.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Imagine the things he will have access to in these cities. Bro, I go look what they said. Look, I was talking to when I got my part time. Just say he can't do nothing. Look, just say he can't do nothing money, huh? He said, look, you ain't gonna tell nobody. He said, look, I won't tell you. How they said, I won't tell you, but there will be signs.
There will be
There will be
signs. There
signs.
will be signs.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna
Look,
tell nobody, but you gonna know I didn't touch some money. You gonna
look.
know.
I
I don't even swim. I'm jumping off planes in the ocean. What you talking about, man? What you talking about?
look.
Oh, they're going crazy.
Look, let me tell you right now, I will put it in my deal. Like, don't let the press get out how much I signed for until after you see me post the day after I signed it. Because I did something. So when you see that post, that's when you can let them know. I'm gonna buy a zoo, an aquarium, half a city, maybe half a state. Like I'm doing something. Like you said, I'm skydiving, drinking champagne into the ocean with a gold yacht type of shit. Like, dang, how can he afford that? Oh, that's how he could afford it. He recently just signed a contract for 5 years for $1 billion.
I'm like,
Makes sense.
look, you talking about a yacht. My shit gonna be the size of the Titanic out there. Going crazy.
The
Look,
SSS dexterity.
look, yeah. See, now you talking. Now you talking. Now you talking, my boy. There you go. Look, if we doing it, we doing it. If we doing it, we doing it. You give me a contract like that,
Oh,
man. Come on.
they said Derek got a boat. No, Derek got a ship.
Chip. Yeah. Ship.
No,
No,
you know
Derek got a plane? No, he has a space shuttle. What? We
he has
going to
a
the moon.
he has a shuttle.
We going to the moon. What you talking
God,
about? Yeah, man, I go crazy. I go crazy with a check, bro. And
look,
of
look.
course, I'm gonna do my charitable stuff. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
I gotta, I'm gonna take care of that first.
Right, right,
But we still talking Billy's later.
right.
We
Yeah,
still talking Billy's
billions
later.
later.
I'm gonna act a fool, boy. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing, boy.
Look, you remember when I was telling you and Joe about the prince in the Middle East with
Yeah,
that jet?
yeah.
You gotta get 5 of them.
No, I'm gonna get seven, one for each day. What we talking about? What we talking about? And
They all a different color.
if we doing it, we doing it. What we talking about? We
I got a
flexing on them for
jet,
real.
one for each day.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if they don't move for a whole month. What when we gotta fly out on Thursday? All right, get that one ready.
Get
Get
the
that one
Thursday
ready.
jet ready.
Yeah, get the Thursday jet ready. I'm trying to tell you. You won't know. I won't tell you, but there will be signs.
Yeah,
There will be
facts.
signs. Oh man, that's stupid. All right, so moving on to some other speaking of signs, hold on. I do gotta tell you something. Man,
Mm,
I was talking this to the delivery driver at work,
mm,
right? And we just got into a conversation. He was giving me his code, for the order or whatever. And two of the numbers was 23. He was like, man, I always get 23, you know what I'm saying? Jordan. He said, one time I had 23:45, and I was like, word, word. I was like, yeah, one time somebody I'm just having conversation. I was like, one time somebody gave me 23:24. I said, I had to throw Kobe in there. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
somebody gave me 23:24 one time. That's Michael and Kobe. He was like, but you know what? He was like, you know what 45 is though? And this is like an older man. He probably like 50, 50, 60 or whatever. He was like, you know what 45 is? I said, yeah, that's the number Jordan had when he came back after retirement. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh,
Mhm.
you know basketball. I said, yeah, I know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Oh.
like, bro, he was like, when he was younger, he was living with his grandma or grandparents, and he was like, he went on a job or something.
Mhm.
He went on a run. And back in the day, and with the poverty level, whatever, they ain't really have cable like that, so he wasn't really watching TV. But
Right.
like he went on the job, and this was in Richmond or something. And a guy, tall guy, started running beside him. He was like, and they stopped and talked. He was like, and the guy was like, "You don't know who I am?" He was like, "Nah, I don't know you." He was like, "My name is Kareem." Man was running beside Kareem, and he ain't know. I was like, "How you ain't know?" He's like one of the most important. He's like, "Bro, we didn't have TV like that. We didn't have cable. I couldn't afford it, so I didn't really watch sports." You know what I'm saying? But he only knew of like, you know, um like magic or a bird or something like that
Mm.
because people was talking, you know what I'm saying? But I guess people won't really mention Kareem, but he
When
was
was
like,
you said this was in Richmond? What was Kareem doing in Richmond?
I don't know, but it's celebrities beat like back in the day, celebrities beat in Richmond, like
Yeah, that's true.
especially like hip hop.
That's true. That's
Like
very true.
Richmond was the place, like Virginia Beach. Like back
Hmm.
in the day, Virginia Beach was the beach to go. Like how people go to Miami now. Like
Hmm.
back in it, like Virginia was. I wish it was still like that now,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's true.
he was like, bro, I got his autograph. Put it in my I don't know if he's in shirt or pants, but it's like
Mm.
put it in there. Grandma watched it. I
Mm.
said, oh my god. I said, man, I would have cried. That's
Man.
like Martin May washing his Grant Hill jersey and shrinking it.
Hmm.
Like I would have cried if like I had a Kobe signature anything. And
Man.
somebody did something to it. Man, we probably
It's
fight.
it's crazy how people like those encounters happen because I'm not gonna hold up the podcast long, but when I used to work
Good.
at GameStop, my supervisor had to go to a conference, and I was the only guy at the store who was like into sports. And he was like, "Hey, Aaron, would you like an autograph from a basketball player?" In our group chat, I was like, "Sure." He said, "Quick question first. Do you know who this gentleman is?" And it was Dr. J. I said, "Yes, that's Julius Erving." He said, "Okay, I just want to be sure you were familiar with the player." So I gave it to Quincy, but I had an autograph from Dr. J, and it was like legit. He took the picture with him and everything to prove it. I was like, that's crazy.
That's
Because,
wild.
like, wow. I wouldn't expect it.
Bro,
Like, because it was like a random, like, Thursday. I was just on shift working, not thinking nothing about it. And I'm just like, okay.
bro. I do want to say one more thing that I'm moving on. My
Hmm.
advice to kids, like take pictures, bro. Like enjoy the moment, like capture the moment. Like anything, right? Like create these moments for yourself. But I just say that to say like I don't know if I told you, I told somebody else, but I wish I knew back then what I know now in regards to assets and how things appreciate and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
had LeBron James rookie cards.
Wow. That's
You know
crazy.
how much that would be worth if I still had them today?
Without a signature? Still.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Without a signature, you know how much that stuff would be worth today? I don't know
Hmm.
where that like a lot of stuff when we moved when I was younger. I don't know where a lot of my stuff went, but we'll say that story for another day. But I think about that all the time.
That's an Unfiltered Brothers episode right
I
there.
think about
Talking
that.
about shit that you had as a kid that's just gone now. That's an episode for y'all.
Oh my god, yeah, I think about that stuff all the time. But
Because I know like Randall Ford probably got good stories with that, to be completely honest.
telling you, bro, I'm telling you. But did you see the GMs vote on the best player at each position?
I saw it, but it was something I looked at quick, and
All right,
then I started like watching Halloween stuff.
all right. So I'm gonna throw out the names, and you just let me know if you agree or not. So a point guard, Luca. Shooting guard, Ant. Small forward, Jason Tatum. Power forward, Giannis. Center, Nikola. That's who the
Mm.
GMs voted for the best. So, um, well, do you agree with that first before I go expand on it?
It's like I don't agree, but I don't disagree.
Hmm.
But this is the thing too. I don't like how the positions have changed so much in the last few years because Luca came in as a shooting guard. Now he's a point guard and is a shooting guard, you know. But Tatum is a small forward, but he played the four for like almost 2 seasons before they got KP.
Hmm.
So, and then, Joke, I think the main number one that's fair there is Joker, for a center. Not even Joker, Giannis. Joker and Giannis, perfectly fine. Um, Small forward, I can see why people put Tatum over LeBron. I still think it's an argument there for either or, because even though I'm not a LeBron guy, you still gotta get the brother respect for what he's doing. So I can see why picking Tatum, but I think that's a recency bias pick because they just won. Um, Shooting guard, this would make it controversial. I like Ant, but I would have picked Brown.
Mm. Interesting.
I, I would have picked Brown, but I get why Ant is picked because he's the new guy, he's charismatic, he's can ball. So I get why he was picked, but I would have picked Jaylen Brown. And Luca technically is the team's point guard, but he's not the point guard. But we're in the age of positionless basketball. So
Facts.
I'm just gonna say the list, it is what it is.
Nah, so I'm not mad at the I'm not mad at the list and who they picked at number one for each position. Even if you do KD in there, small forward,
Mm,
I wouldn't mind it. Or Embiid at center. I wouldn't mind that either.
yeah.
Just based off the like the last season, last 2 seasons. Um, but similar to what you were saying, like just the positionless basketball, because I was just disagreeing with just who they voted at each category. Like I so at point guard, 37% was Luca,
Mm,
30% was SGA, 23 was Steph, and 10% was Jalen Brunson. I'm not mad at that.
hmm
I'm not mad at that. Small forward. Now this is the way it get tricky. Small forward. Ant 33%. Devin Booker 23%. SGA 20%. Steph 10%. Luca at 7%. Now I'm like, all right, what we doing now? Small forward. Jason Tatum got 47%. Luca, KD, and LeBron got 17%. And then Jalen Brown got 3% at small forward. Then power forward, Giannis, this will yeah, like he carried this.
hmm
77%. KD, 7%. And
hmm
then other votes was 80, Draymond, Sabonis, Jason Tatum, and Wemby received votes at power forward. I'm
Wow.
stuck on how KD got more votes at power forward than 80. That's
I
crazy.
you I heard this on Player's Choice shout out. I agree with a take on there. The league just has something against AD. Like someone they said, I didn't say it. I think I'm saying it correctly. They said someone said AD is going to go down as one of the best players to never win anything. Like
In regards to like individual awards.
individual awards, but it's also the additive with that was also in recognition too, because AD should have been right behind Giannis.
Should have been.
Respectfully, he should have been right. Okay, it's like I get why Giannis got 70%, but if we're really being objective here, Giannis should have got like 61%. And I love Giannis. That's my favorite player in the league. But Giannis should have got the majority of them, but AD should have been right behind him and not KD. But it's just, I don't know what it is why people are so off about Anthony Davis ever since he came to the Lakers. I don't know what it is.
I guess his durability, like
Hmm.
people we we get frustrated at him because he's not available. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But last season he showed us he's more healthy now.
Hmm.
He can play more games, but I think that that's where it came from. Because honestly speaking, like before, even even if you talk about now or just even all time, even though he's top 75, when you do talk about top power forward players of all time, his name should be, if healthy, arguably in that top three conversation because of his skill set. I
Yeah.
personally think his skill set is better than Dirk's because he was a point guard that just happens to grow. God, you know, I
Yeah.
don't ask for a lot, but how the man grow, pause, 8 inches over the summer.
Yeah, no diddy.
No diddy. That's crazy. Like he was a guard and
Hmm.
he had just no choice but to play big man. Like I thought it was crazy just seeing him in Kentucky. Like that's one of my favorite teams, Kentucky teams, with him on there and them winning the national championship and then him going being
To
a
the
part of the
Olympics.
Olympics. Before he even played an NBA game, like he wasn't a Christian Leifner. He wasn't that. AD was him. Like, of course, back then you want to say Chris, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But AD is that person. Like, but yeah, I feel you. There's some disrespect somewhere.
Yeah, like,
Definitely should have
have
though.
I been frustrated with Anthony Davis? Absolutely. I would never say that I wasn't. But we also do got to give credit where credit's due. When AD is
Yeah.
healthy, he's capable of averaging 28 and 12, like
Mhm.
27 and 13, with like two blocks a game and possibly a steal a game. That's really good.
Facts. Facts. And he's never like he should be in those defensive player of the year conversations more. Like,
Hmm.
unfortunately, he haven't won one, but yeah, it's something.
No, I'll
Uh,
say this because Giannis got two, right?
defense. Yep. Yeah.
I always say Giannis, one of Giannis's, even though I love him, one of those should be Anthony Davis's.
Mm, I agree. But at the center, like I agree, I don't mind which order, whatever, but the gap was crazy. So Nikola got 87%, Embiid got 10%, and then Wimby got 3%. So that's center for that. So I'm not mad at it too much, but when you just start seeing who they voted at each position, you be like, all right, now y'all tripping.
Yeah, I personally think, I know sometimes Embiid be fussing and stuff, but he does deserve more respect for what he can do
We gonna
because
get
it's,
into it.
but I'll save it there. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it
Yeah,
there.
nah, yeah, because I was gonna speak on Embiid too, like a healthy Embiid. Phew. But I wanted to talk about pretty much because it's a lot of narrative, a lot of stories, what's happening,
Yeah.
preseason. Um, but I wanted to talk about like for you, what is the storyline that you're mostly excited to see this upcoming season?
The storyline that I'm mostly excited to see this season.
And you could do most and least or whatever.
Okay,
Because I
it's
know you guys,
tough.
I know you got something you want to get off your
Oh,
chest.
I do. I'm gonna start with the least, and it's definitely us with the Lakers. I'm sick
Facts.
of LeBron meat riders who hopped on the Lakers bandwagon saying we still good. We still good. We got LeBron that nigga, goddamn good. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. We're not good. We're not. We're not okay. We didn't make any good moves. Get off of Bronny's dick because you're just riding it because you love his daddy. I swear these dudes be riding LeBron more than his own wife. I swear to God they do. I swear to God they do. Bronny should still be in college developing and then come to the league. That is not disrespect. So if you take his disrespect, shut the fuck up and swallow it like you do LeBron's, you know what? Because that's all y'all do is be on his little nuts. Anyway, any fucking way. I'm not excited about that just because I think that's the biggest thing. We didn't make any good moves. We didn't make any good moves.
Didn't make
That's
any
just it.
moves.
Like I'm
We didn't make
surprised.
any moves. Hey, look,
We
I knew.
didn't even
Hey,
get a snow cone machine. Like,
look, we didn't get nada. Look, I knew Aaron. Look, I knew Aaron had something to get off his chest before we even, like weeks before, maybe like last week or something. I
hmm
had took a screenshot, right? Aaron, and I went to this person's page. Dude ain't only about, he ain't like middle school, maybe. He probably in high school. I give him freshman. But dude had commented on a post. I don't even know what the post is, but I think it was like a JJ Reddick post or something. But the kid posted, "This is our year," and then Instagram be snitching because one of these posts is that
it's the first comment.
if you know somebody, and they like reply or make a comment on the post, they gonna show it.
hmm
And they showed this, and Aaron was like, "It's not." And I go on it. You replied to somebody else too, but I was like, "Oh yeah, Aaron is over the Lakers this season.
I'm so
Aaron
over us,
is
bro.
done.
I'm
Aaron is
so done.
done." But I was like, "Look, that's probably my least favorite thing. Like, I don't even care about it, right? But I wanted to get to, all right, so now I'm making it, bringing it all around, bringing it all around. So when we was talking about Paige and
hmm
her going to the Golden State, marketing purpose and everything like that, my thought process is like it's Los Angeles, it's the Lake Show, like you you got LeBron there, like, but y'all haven't made a significant move in several seasons now. It's like you ain't make no move. You ain't make no move last season.
You're
Like,
not.
but the only thing that's keeping y'all in the news is Bronny.
Yeah.
And it's like no disrespect to Bronny, but at the same time, it's like, well, on one side, it's like he is just 19. Like you gotta let the kid develop. Like, of course, I wanted him to stay in college too. But
hmm
we living in reality now. He's not in college. Lakers drafted him. All right, boom. So we
Yep.
here now, so we gotta deal with it. So, but now it's like, are we not gonna send him down to the G League? Like, are we not gonna
Nope.
allow him to actually play? Like, so it's stuff like that. But when you talking about Lakers not making any moves in basketball, they're still in the news because of Bronny, because of his marketing ability. Like,
hmm
like Bronny got a big following on social media, and because you're one of the best players ever, son, y'all the first duo to ever play together.
hmm
Like, bro, that's great press. That's great attention for the Lakers. Like
Yeah.
they gonna have to make money some way. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
hmm
Lakers gonna make money. Let me not say it like that, but
Oh yeah.
attention got to be on the Lakers some way. But at the same time, it's like I kind of agree with I forgot verbatim what he was saying, but I kind of agree with DeMarcus Cousins where he was just like the Lakers ain't really serious.
No, we're not.
I don't believe we are.
Bruh, I
But
know we're not serious. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
I was gonna say like I don't think LeBron signed that extension, but I
hmm
don't think. I hope they prove me wrong, but I don't think there's really no exit plan in place yet
hmm
for LeBron when he leaves.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think, of course, this is a great story as well, father and son, but I think it's also it can be a cover up for the lack of moves that y'all have made. You know what I'm saying? I think that
hmm
could be a cover up as well. So it's like, bro, like I just want to pay attention to, like, I heard it's rumored that Bronny might get in the first game. You know what I'm saying? He might
Which I
get in
wouldn't
the
be
first
surprised
game.
by.
And my thing is like I said, I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope if he do get in the first game, it's just so that story can end right there and they can focus just strictly on basketball the rest of the season, not if LeBron and Bronny going to be on the court at the same time. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
only way that I would accept that for happening. You know what I'm saying? But
Even then, they may do it on Christmas because we play on Christmas this year. And LeBron's birthday, I think, is either the 26th or the 29th. So that
yeah.
that may be like the other way to do it too. It's Christmas Day. LeBron's gift to his son in the league. Now he get to play with him on Christmas Day before his, but no, it's December 30th. His birthday is December 30th. Like he gets to play with him, before his birthday. I can see the league capitalizing off of that shit too, like that. It's mostly the Lakers, but it is a cover up there. Like let's not be nice about it. Let's not be nice about it. Like it's God damn. Like, okay, I think you had more to say, so I'm gonna be quiet on that.
No, 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 no. Go for it. Go for it.
It's just I'm looking at everything, and this has literally become Hollywood. It is a show.
Hmm.
This is not about basketball right now.
I'm
Like,
looking at everything through the eyes of a. We're getting entertained. Like
yes,
I'm looking at everything through those eyes. Like, okay, this now I'm like not even just basketball. It'd be politics too. Like, okay, now everybody just been on the show now. Now everybody
yeah.
comedians, everybody funny. But
Everybody
y'all,
truth
everybody
tellers.
want to play in pause. Everybody want to play in our face.
Hmm.
Like,
No Diddy.
you know what I'm saying? Like everyone is playing at this point. Like, come on, man, stop playing around. Go ahead,
Like
my fault.
that. No, you are fine because that's just what it is, bro. It's just a show. And I don't like it, one, being a Lakers fan. I don't like it being a basketball fan. And like you said, there is no long-term plan. We don't have a first round pick, I think, till 2030, 2031. I don't think we have a second round
Yeah,
pick till 2027.
yeah.
Like, it's ah, Genie Bus need to get the fuck up out there. There we go. Genie Bus, Rob Pelinka, y'all gotta go. Yeah, both of y'all gotta go. LeBron, y'all gotta go. Let's bring in somebody who love basketball. Bring Magic Johnson back.
Somebody in.
Bring Magic Johnson back. Anyway,
On a
anywho,
positive note, I am looking forward to see what Connect do for us.
same, same.
Seems like, got a lot of potential. Can be a good contribute off the bench, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
looking forward to see what happens with that.
Yeah, same. I'm looking forward to see what Rui
Um
do too.
I think with me, so my most I don't know. I think I'll have to go with the Celtics.
Can they
Just
like can they
the
repeat?
just the back to back. Just the storyline that's of course that's been happening ever since the Eastern Conference Finals,
Hmm.
is Jason Tatum that? Do he deserve to be the face of the league? Y'all been playing around with Jason Tatum all summer, all summer. And I'm telling you now, Jason Tatum gonna put on the show. I'm saying it right here, and I'm gonna stand by that. I'm staying by that. But I also know Jaylen Brown also had a summer. Y'all been disrespecting Jaylen Brown also.
Yeah, that's
And
who
what
I'm
I
scared
know,
of.
he gonna come back with a vengeance.
Hmm.
These two motherfuckers about to come back with the best focus ever. Y'all been playing with champions all summer. I'm not. I hate that I'm backing up a Boston player. I hate that I got to do this, but I'm just still mad that Lakers skipped over Tatum.
Yeah, we did.
I've been hurt about that ever since because I'm the one that said every like number one in I think it was who was in this class. I think Harry Giles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because those two they went to do together. Harry Giles was number one in the class, high school class. But I said, how the fuck he number one over Jason Tatum? I always said that. And then he wasn't number one. Well, I can understand number one at that time
Hmm.
in the NBA. But we skipped over him. I said, oh, these niggas tripping.
Hmm.
These niggas tripping. But them two about to come back and they're going back to the finals. And we're gonna have that discussion later on too about who the biggest
Yeah.
threat to the Celtics and whatnot. But
It's funny you said that too, because that's actually my pick for the most interesting storyline this year is the Knicks.
I like it.
Yeah.
It was definitely like my two.
Mhm.
It's definitely my two. Um, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that too. So let's go ahead. So as y'all know, last season before the season started, we did our bro predictions for the season. See who's the favorite for each award and everything like that. So we're gonna get into that again. So starting off, we're gonna start with rookie of the year. What's your prediction?
Rookie of the year. Hmm. Well, Bronny looked great right now, averaging point 0.4 points, a steal, a block, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. That's nasty work
He
right
ain't had to
there.
catch a straight, man. He ain't
And
had to
man, you know that's a real motherfucker. Right? Nah, I think that rookie of the year this year, this is just an underwhelming class, realistically. But if I have to pick somebody right now, I'm gonna pick the brother who's the number one pick, the guy on the Hawks. I'm gonna pick him. I forget his name, so
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
my guy.
I couldn't pronounce
Um,
it.
I'm gonna look it up.
You know what crazy? Like him and the other one, Alex Starr, the one that went to the Wizards.
Mm,
Them two ain't even ranked in the top five when they talk about just who had the better chances to have rookie of the year. But
mm.
my pick is Reed Shepard, Houston
Okay.
Rockets. Um, I think he fits well. I like what I've seen from him in the summer league, as well as just excuse me, as well as his highlights um, from the preseason.
Mm,
So um, I won't say too much because I'm going to bring them back up later on. But
right.
um, yeah, I got Reed, and then probably after Reed, a second one would probably be Castle on the
Mm.
Spurs.
Okay, that's fair. He's my second pick for that too.
Because I'm trying to think like because there's only a couple people that it's only a couple of rookies that's going to actually get the keys to the team.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if the number one pick on is he going to be a have impact, right away
Yeah.
for the Hawks, especially with once again with like Trey Young being probably one of the we posted the Isaiah Thomas clip, but Trey Young is very disrespected in the league. Like he don't get enough credit. That man been averaging. His average is a double double right now.
Yes.
Like his
Yes.
career average is a double double. Like
Yes.
he's gonna be consistent every season. So but yeah, I was just trying to think of who's gonna be impactful for their team like right away. I want to put Rob in there because he's one of my favorite, but I think down the stretch, he I don't know, man. They picked up a lot of good players, but we'll talk about that later too. So yeah, that was my top two.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's just tough. Hmm. It's just I picked him just because I think that the fact that he was the number one pick and we don't talk about him, I think is going to be motivation. Even though he carries himself like a very humble person, I
Yeah.
think that that unexpected attention is going to help because it's, we look at the rookie of the year race last year. I said Brandon Miller was mine in the beginning, but he put up a rookie of the year worthy season. Like what,
Oh, he did.
like 24 points, like 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
He was balling. It's I think that especially playing alongside Trey Young, who's definitely motivated, it definitely felt disrespected. Yeah, they had a lot of issues with that team. I I could see both of them being on one accord and really going out there and hooping, which is why like I think that's why I picked it, but I could definitely see it being not him just as much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's also a rookie. I can't pronounce his name, but it's also a rookie out in Chicago that
mm,
I think got a lot of potential too. He's 6'9", got skills. So he definitely got definitely got a lot of potential over there, especially with Lonzo coming back. Shout out to
Yeah,
Lonzo coming back.
please stay healthy. Please.
And Zach LaVine maybe staying with Chicago.
Oh
So
no, he leaving. He leaving. He leaving.
yeah, we'll see.
Why'd you go to San Antonio?
He, I can see it.
Look,
LA.
him.
I mean, everybody want to go back to Cali.
They don't nobody want to do deals with us no more, Derek. Don't nobody want to come to us. Don't nobody do deals with us. Don't
Nope.
nobody want to even play in LA. Like,
But that's why I was saying a lot of this shit is a cover up because like why y'all the Rosen said y'all didn't even reach out to him. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I
Nah,
blame Jeannie Buss, bro.
but
Like, look at Dwight Howard's recent episode of his podcast with Jeannie Buss. The way that conversation was, she's just a big reason why a lot of stuff there is going south. Like, mm, mm.
for another episode.
That's definitely for another
Uh
episode.
man. So moving on to the next one, most improved player.
Most improved.
It's easy for me.
Who's yours?
Wimby.
Dang, I can see him getting it, but I can also see the league not wanting to give it to him, because they didn't want to give him Defensive Player of the Year. Let's be real.
But you're gonna have to, because
But you're gonna have to.
if you can like Ja got most improved the following season.
Hmm.
You already know Wimby about to put up numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with you on that one. I'm gonna say Wemby too. I'm gonna
You
say
already
Wemby
know.
too.
So yeah, that's kind of an easy one for me. But I think some other people that may going to make a jump as well is like Chat. I think he'll make
Yeah.
a jump. I think Kaminga, he's gonna be
Hmm.
playing a bigger role, so I think he'll make a jump.
Yeah.
Especially him since he's trying to play for a contract anyway. So
Yeah.
I think he'll make a jump. Who else? Jalen Green maybe down in
Yeah.
I'm
Jalen
like
Green.
he hasn't been selected for All Star yet, but I feel like he's like right there. Like if he's in that playoff play in, I was
Mhm.
like I think he'll get a nod for All Star.
Look, we didn't talk enough about how Ime Udoka low-key been good for that team.
No facts.
Like, I get why early in the summer, I forgot what podcast I was listening to. They were talking about how they could legit be a sleeper play-in team.
Mhm.
Because you got Dylan Brooks anchoring the defense. You know, you got whatchamacallit, son, Junior. Dang, why am I blanking on his name? He a
Oh,
forward, 6'11".
um,
He told LeBron, Smith. Yeah,
Smith,
yeah, yeah.
Jabari.
Jabari Smith Jr. Yes, he's a good athlete. They still got Fred VanVleet, good leader for the team. Um, Jalen Green, he definitely is someone who has improved and who will continue to improve. I could see them low-key sneaking in, being like the AFC
They
during
just
the play.
got
Like,
keep talking.
they got some other pieces in the. They got Steven Adams.
That's who I was about to say. They picked up someone. And I was like,
That's
I
actually
see what y'all doing
That's
there.
actually very good for them because a pick and roll with Steven Adams and Fred VanVleet or Jalen Green is actually kind of nice. You know,
Mhm.
like that's that Pau Gasol,
Sengun coming back.
yeah, Sengun coming back. Yeah, like
Um,
not Pau, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, early days type of pick and roll situation.
oh yeah, they good. Cam, he's a decent player.
Yes, I tell you what, it's
Yeah. Well, since you said it, because that was gonna be one of our categories too. Sleeper team. They were mines.
mm,
Houston is definitely my sleeper team for this season. Like they was right there for the play in. So I think coming back this season, like you saying, I think um coach is a good fit for him.
mm,
Um I think yeah. I think they building some good down there. And I think Jalen it's time I think it's time for Jalen Green to take that next leap. So
I agree.
yeah, so I can see them putting up some numbers. So my next one was defensive player of the year, Wimby. I think that let me just go ahead and get that out the way. That we don't even need to discuss that pretty long. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness, I'm going Mikal Bridges.
Uh-uh. Well,
It's just like, yo,
I think he's gonna
being in
have
New
to
York,
he's gonna have to go back to play to being in defensive player of the year conversations like he was on the Sun.
yeah.
Because I don't think how you had the who was on the Sun, Booker or whatever at the time, because
Booker,
he was
CP3.
traded for KD. So
Hmm.
you had those people. Of course, he corner three and whatnot, but he don't have to do as much as he did on Brooklyn because he
Yeah,
has Brunson, he has Cat now, like he has these people. So he has OG. Like
yeah.
he's that's probably the role. I think yeah. think nigga, we'll talk.
Like it's I see why Wimby is picked for sure. I'm just thinking that this is gonna be Mikal, but I'm I'm not upset if Wimby gets
Yeah,
it.
I got you. I got you. Um, next one.
Damn, Wimby for MVP too. Look at
Look, that's the next one.
Coach of the Year,
MVP.
Wimby.
MVP. We can talk about that. MVP. What's your top three MVP for next
Mm,
season?
top three MVP for next season.
Mine is Tatum, Luca, and Ant.
I'm going Luca, SGA, and Joker.
And you gotta throw Ant in there.
He's number four on my
Gotta
list.
throw him in there.
He would be number
But
four on my list, and Giannis would be five.
I still gotta watch. I still gotta
Or
watch.
swept him.
I still gotta watch starting five. I only got through the first. I just start. Well, I'm cheap,
Mhm.
so I just got Netflix. I've been using other people's shit. You know what I'm
I don't blame
saying?
you. The price gonna go. It's gonna be $29.99 in 2
Look,
months. Don't worry.
so I just got it so I could start because y'all been having conversations without me about shit. And I've been kind of jealous. I've been having FOMO.
Oh, not
So,
FOMO.
do y'all know what that means? Duran Ford. Do y'all know what FOMO mean? Um, I'm gonna bring that clip back and post it on the here so
Look,
y'all know what I'm talking about.
they just don't give a
But
shit. Like, let's
um,
be real. They just
I
cool
say,
with making you miserable.
I
Like, let's
say,
be honest.
but nah, man, yeah, I've been feeling left out, so I copped Netflix. So I got through the first episode. So I ain't gonna tell it because I don't know who all watched it, but y'all probably
Mm,
already watched it already. But I just love the way that they brung in Ant's segment
hmm.
at the end of the first episode because it fits him so well. It
It
fits
does.
him so well. But yeah, and Ant gotta be top three, bro. Ant coming back,
He's
bro.
gonna have a
And
good season.
and then learn from Steph, Katie, and Bron. Ant Ant done took in some information.
He did. He definitely did.
Ant about to apply it, and we can get into it quickly. Well, it might not be quickly, but with the addition of Dante and Randall on the Timberwolves.
Yeah. So now you got a legit power forward,
Oh
and
my!
you still got Gobert. You know,
You added two dogs on your team.
I don't. If I can be completely honest, I don't think Randall been a dog.
Nah, well,
I don't
I
think he been
give
a
it.
dog since college. He has it. He
I
can
think
be it, but I think injuries have interfered with that.
I think he's always been a dog. It's just like you saying his injuries because he don't back down.
Nah,
He
no,
don't
no, no.
back down on either side of the ball. He don't back down for
Hmm.
either side of the ball. But he just had those games where just like nigga, like stop shooting, like nigga,
Yeah.
like get out the game. Like he just stunk up like a couple games, a few games,
Hmm.
in the past, and you just like, bro, get out the game. But I can't. I mean, when he playing at All Star level, I can't deny the talent. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
thought he was a good pickup when we drafted him. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. It's
So
just tough because for me, it's like Randall, your best shouldn't be 19 points a game.
it shouldn't.
Like, why your best should be 27
But
points a
that
game.
goes back to when we had previous conversation of who do we want as being your number one?
Mm.
Like, can Brunson be on a championship team as the number one option?
Mm,
I don't think Randall can be the number one option on a championship team. I think
mm.
it's good for Randall to be on the Timberwolves and Ant. He's be the number two option for Ant.
So was it an even trade for the teams?
I think it was. I think it was even because I get him the same grade for the trade, but I
Mm.
think it might have been better if I had to choose who won. I would say Timberwolves, but only because I don't know what the contracts look like, but I think you could have just traded Cat for Julius Randle. You ain't have to give out. You ain't have to trade Dante as well. Like Dante had a great, like he's been improving every season.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought he had a great season for him having to be, starting because of all the injuries and what he contributed to
Yep.
playoffs and everything. Like you can't trade nobody after that. But remember, I showed you the video of Randall somewhere, I don't know, doing some
He
terrible
was
work,
cooking.
cooking or something. Traded his ass 2 days later. Get his
Yep.
ass out of here. I said, man, it's a dirty game. The game
Man,
cold. And it's getting cold outside. It's about that time. It's
look,
about that time.
this may be crazy. Y'all let me know in the comments. I think that Memphis, not Memphis. I think that Minnesota would be more dangerous if they had Pat Bev back and if they had Dylan Brooks.
Yeah,
That's just, but definitely Pat Bev because I think Pat Bev put that battery in everybody back.
true.
But like at least Pat Bev, if they had Pat Bev back on that roster, he won in Israel
They
right
need
now.
they need to go ahead and sign PJ Tucker.
Yeah, might as well too.
They need to go ahead and sign
Because
PJ.
he's not gonna do nothing for the Clippers. Let's be real. He's not. He's not.
Go ahead, bring that vet over there. He got the
Mm,
same energy as y'all. Dog just like y'all.
yep.
You know what I'm
Because it's
saying?
because it's like realistically, you could do that like in a certain lineup. You got Gobert, you got Julius, then you have PJ, then you got Ant,
Hit
and then
him in
you
at the
have
four.
I say, do you got Mike Conley? Or if you really just need a stop, you really need to score. You just need to stop him from scoring. Pat Bev instead of Conley.
Man. Yeah.
Like Pat Bev and Ant that's a nice backcourt. I'm being honest because
Well,
that's like you coming up the court and you see Ant smiling your face, not taking you seriously, and then you see Pat Bev ready to guard you like this shot depends on his life.
yeah.
I don't want to shoot that ball. I'm being honest because I personally saw it.
That's
I don't
funny.
care who's guarding me. I'll shoot over you. I'll drive by. I don't care. Seeing both of them in a close game,
No,
I
facts.
don't want to. I don't want to shoot that ball.
I don't want to shoot that ball, Mama.
I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot that ball. Hell, I don't even want to pass it because they may
Oh
steal it. Don't
man,
even give it to me at that
that's
point.
hilarious. Oh man,
Like
smooth
I
move.
said, it may be crazy. It's
Nah,
probably crazy.
no, that's it. What's the next one? Coach of the year.
Mm,
What do you think?
mm.
Me, I got Orlando's coach, Moses.
That's fair. Um, I'm gonna give it to um. Okay, my hot take is Tibbs. Just because we're gonna get to that, but objectively, I'm gonna say I can't think of it right now, but he used to be the Bucks coach. Now he's the Phoenix coach.
Buden,
Budenholzer.
Hoser.
Yeah, I'm going Budenholzer. I think that he's gonna help turn that team around. Not to the fact that they're gonna be number one seed, but it's like I think that he would do enough for that team to be like, all right, he really worked with that team and they shot up. It's fair. That's just my pick. One of my boys actually said Rick Carlisle, because he says that the Pacers gonna go back to the conference finals.
Nah, team's healthy now. I don't see it. But yeah, that was my coach of the year. We can get into who we think is going to be top five in each conference. Um, I was looking at it. I was gonna say it's crazy because I was looking at the different divisions in each conference, and it's crazy that the OKC Wolves and the Nuggets are all in the same division, and they all three of them was finished top three in the
Hmm.
West uh last season. I was like, damn, what a division to be in.
Right?
What a division to be in. But yeah, so what's your top five in each conference? We could say it and then we could explain it afterwards.
Uh, Top five in each conference. For the East, Celtics, Bucks, Pacers, Knicks, and Philly. I'll say Philly.
Mm, 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 mm.
I'll still say Philly.
I was me personally, so I Celtics for sure, Knicks, 76ers. Um, I was hesitant on the Bucks. I don't know.
Man,
I
I
can't go
think
against Giannis, but it's like
his
I think Orlando is
mhm.
going to, they was top four. What are they? Four last season?
They did good last season.
Top four
I
or
think it was
five.
top five.
And I think they're gonna come back even better. I think they're focused over there. And they added KCP. You know what I'm saying? When he having his game, he having his game. Um but it was either between the Bucks or the Cavs. And I only picked the Cavs because Mitchell's coming back healthy.
Mhm.
Jared Allen is back.
Yeah.
Like that's a key piece. And they got Imani Bates on the main roster now. That's another person. So
I'm just hesitant with the Cavs because I don't
and
think
then Mosley, he just signed that contract, so you better show me something.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm hesitant on Evan Mobley because it's like, bro, you were getting Kevin Garnett comparisons. You know, you're a 6'11" power forward, you rebound well, you defend well, but you sometimes just be out there.
Yeah,
And then with Imani Bates, he need the ball, and so do Booker. I'm not Booker, and so does
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Something's gonna have to give because it's like,
Nah, but
okay, either Bates is gonna come off the bench and we just let him cook,
that's probably gonna be the case because
which
he
mhm.
played. He's gonna play like the four, so
Yeah,
he ain't gonna play over Evans. So
yeah,
he'll probably be the score off the bench, but
which is fine. It's just like,
6 man type.
yeah, but it's like, how is that going to work? You know, if unfortunately you have a part of the season where injuries are happening, um, availability isn't there, you're gonna have to play him more, especially since he's on the main roster. So let's say it is that late game, and it's Garland, him, Spider, Jared Allen, and Karis LeVert out there. You know, I know which two aren't gonna take the shot, but
Mhm.
Garland can because he's nice. I think he's very underrated. We know Mitchell can, and he might gonna want to. Not because he can, he gonna want to because that's just what he does. He's a scorer.
Yeah,
So in that situation, I hope that the team is like on one accord and not in each other's way.
yeah.
You know, versus like Milwaukee in a situation, they're always gonna be, oh yeah, it's Dame. Dame got it. Late game shot is Dame. You know,
Okay.
we all get that. You know, it's also I think that the Bucks, their last season, besides firing Adrian Griffin, which is stupid, and even though I don't trust Doc Rivers, I do think that the team now has had a season under their belt together, so they know better what to do.
I like it.
But my boy Thanasis is hurt.
Um,
Get
get well soon, man.
well
That's
soon.
all I'm gonna say. Get
Damn.
well soon.
He gonna be there. He gonna be there.
Um,
He gonna be at them
all
games.
right, so we ain't got too much longer. So for the West, my top five, I got the Wolves, Thunder, Suns, Denver, and then it's a toss up for me. It's a toss up between if the Kings add one of those two people that's rumored,
Hmm.
I'm gonna have them in my top five. But if not, I'm going with the Mavs just because of the talent. Getting back to try to get back to the West Conference Finals, NBA Finals.
Hmm.
Um, I thought with the Wolves, I thought they had the better end. Well, still AA, but I thought
Mm,
that was a good trade for them. I thought Ingles is a good big pickup for them, an
I
older
agree.
guy on the team. They'll still be the best defense in the league, and you add Randall and
Yeah.
Dante. Come on, man. So
Yeah.
them, Thunder, adding Caruso and
And
Hartenstein,
Hortenstein.
crazy. So imagine SGA and Alex for a defensive backcourt. Like, come on now. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be crazy. I think Chet's gonna get better this year.
Lou Dort.
Lou Dort, like all these people gonna get better. And similar to what you were saying about the Bucks, I feel that same way about the Suns. Like I think going into last season, we was thinking like that big three wasn't going to work. It just wasn't a good fit.
Hmm.
But similar to what you were saying about them, I think even through like the injuries and everything like that, I think at the end of the day, they're still professionals. So I think having that one season under their belt will help the chemistry for this season.
Hmm.
Especially them coming back healthy. I think will figure it out. I think, he's not like a elite type point guard. I think Adam Jones is good for the team. So Booker can go back to playing like 2 to 3. He don't have to
I
have the
agree.
ball in his hand.
I
Um,
agree.
I thought me personally, even though we talk about him not a lot, but we don't talk about like we should because of the opportunities. I think re-signing Bobo is good for them.
Hmm.
I
I
think
agree.
he'll have a better season this year. Could actually contribute to the team more.
Hmm.
They also got Mason Plumlee on the team now, so like they
Yep.
got they got some good pickups too. So they
I
could be
agree.
a good, especially with a healthy KD throughout the season. Him and Booker, man, like they got a good chance to get into the finals. But Timberwolves still my favorite right now. Timberwolves
Mm,
still my favorite. Denver championship team. We all know who they are. Adding Russ, I think it's good.
I agree.
I think it's good adding Russ so him playing beside a 3-time MVP and them like contributing, like they have the same type of impact on the game, like triple doubles, like it's them two, like so.
Yeah.
Jokic picking Westbrook brain and Westbrook picking Jokic's brain, like I think it'd be good for them.
And I think what
Yeah,
Russ brings back to the team is what they lost, which is a big energy guy,
yeah,
because they had that with Bruce Brown, and they had that with some with KCP as well. I
mm,
think you bring that energy back to that team is going to be helpful.
yeah,
So, yeah.
I agree. What's your five for the West?
Mavericks, Nuggets, Thunder, Timberwolves, Suns.
Yeah, about the same.
Yep.
Same. Lakers do better. Um, so top three, top three to win a championship.
Win it all?
Yeah.
Top three to win it all. Um, Nuggets, Celtics, and I want to say OKC.
Mm, okay.
OKC could have that run like the Pistons in '04.
Yeah. OKC is a good pick. I got the Celtics. I got Wolves coming out this season.
Okay.
Um, at that third, it's a toss up between three teams. But if I had
Hmm.
to pick one, uh, I'll say the Knicks.
Okay.
But the other two teams were the Suns and OKC. Those other ones. So moving on to our last segment for this episode, reaching or teaching. Um so going back to pretty much the Celtics, Stephen A said that the Knicks are the biggest threat to the Celtics this upcoming season. Is he reaching or is he teaching? Um
Mm.
we've been pushing the conversation off to this point. Me personally, I will say bar injury.
Mhm.
I would say he's I don't know, this shit tough. It's like it's like 50-50 for real. But I would say he's teaching.
Mm,
Me personally, a lot of people don't like um a lot of people criticize the trade. I think it's an even trade. You kind of get back more in a sense.
mm,
Their averages was kind of the same when in regards to Julius Randle and Cat. Their averages was around the same. Um, Cat can obviously shoot the three ball, so he can spread the floor
yeah,
more. Now you have a five. With Mitch Richmond being hurt, Robinson
Robinson. Mhm.
being hurt. Um,
But he'll be back.
that answer, yeah, and he'll be back. So it's like that's good for them. Then you talk about the Bridges pickup. That's good. Resigning OG, like that's a good
Hmm.
five. Like that starting five is good. Um, I'm just looking at style of play. I'm just looking at style of play. I think Cat
Yeah,
fits good
yeah.
with them. Of course, you can talk about do he got the dog in him and this and that. When you look at the team, how many dogs do the Knicks have
Brunson,
on their team?
OG, Bridges,
I
Robinson.
wouldn't call Bridges a dog.
He is, bro.
I
He
can't give
is.
Bridges a
He's a
dog.
quiet dog. Like he's still a
Mhm.
dog, but it's like he's not going.
And it's
He's not
hard
a
for,
Pat
and
Bev,
honestly,
Marcus Smart dog.
we don't have a lot of time. We could debate on the next one, but I don't know if I look at OG as a
He's a
like
dog on
Brunson.
offense.
I'm about
He,
to say
he'll
it's
he'll
like
get 17 one game, go for 30 next game, get like 15 the next game, but in that 15 he shot like 80%. Like damn, he was
yeah.
efficient.
So, but definitely Brunson though, definitely Brunson. Um, yeah, but I think he's I just like the team. I like what the Knicks did. Of course, if they would have kept Dante, it would definitely been my answer would have been 100% yes. But I think I said it an episode ago or 2 episodes ago, but I just with a healthy MB, bro, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable. And then you add PG and
Mhm.
and then you add just the other pieces that you added. Gordon,
Yeah.
who else over there?
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxi coming, becoming a star. Like you still got Aubrey over there. You signed Drummond. Then you signed
Yeah.
Drummond?
They brought back drummer.
Like, yeah. So that's why I was like it's 50-50, but I'll say he teaching.
I say Stephen A's teaching too. Um, just because of what the Knicks did last year with a
Without them.
without their big players, Jalen Brunson was out there at times by himself carrying a load. It's
I forgot.
that's crazy. Hmm.
Before I forget it, they did sign. I think it's like a two-way contract. You remember the basketball video where dude picked the guy head up.
Hmm.
So him, that 7'2", he
Oh, Moses,
Moses Brown.
Moses,
I
Moses
think it's like
Brown.
Moses Brown or something. They
Yeah,
signed him for a two-way too. So another big. I'm not saying he's gonna make an impact, but you need a big.
but you never know.
Yeah. So if you can finish.
Oh yeah, it's. I just think he's teaching because it's fair. It's just to me. Other teams have fair question marks. For the Sixers, it's health. Is Embiid going to be healthy? Is PG going to be healthy? For Bucks, it's the coaching. Is Doc going to mess it up? Is he going to allow them to catch a rhythm? It's for the Pacers. It was last season just luck. Like because we see that you're a good team. And adding like Obi Toppin was good for you, especially in the fast break. But was last season really your best? Because if it was better than you, fairly so. With Boston, their question mark is just can they do it again? Like they kept everybody, but we know repeating is hard. But if not, they're still going to be top two teams in the East. So The Knicks have the least amount of strong question marks versus everybody else.
I feel that. I can agree to that. So y'all let us know. Y'all think Stephen A is reaching or teaching with that. Um, we appreciate y'all for the support. So it took us a long to get back. They can't keep a real nigga down forever. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, any shout outs you want to do, Aaron?
Oh no, just shout out to our listeners. Shout out to people who love the show, who watch the show, who subscribe, who like, who comment. Continue to do that. Thank y'all for being a part of here of both the Reaching and Teaching and Unfiltered families.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appreciate y'all once again. And with that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and we out here.